My boss forced me to work on vacation, so I took him to the beach with me. I am not someone who takes vacations often. I have been saving up for over a year and finally booked myself a week at the beach resort. Flights were booked, hotel was paid for, PTO was approved months in advance. Everything was set. A week before I leave, my boss Greg calls me into his office and said, "Hey, short-staffed, so while you're gone, I'll need you to stay on top of emails, take a few clients' calls, and be available for any urgent meeting." I stared at him and said, "Greg, that's not vacations. That's just working remotely." He gave me his little smirk and said, "If you're really committed to the team, you'll make it work." At that point, I knew canceling wasn't an option. I had already spent a ton, and honestly, I deserved this break. So I said, "Fine, I'll make it work." Fast forward to day one of the trip. The resort was gorgeous. Turquoise water, palm trees everywhere, and lounge chairs lined up right on the sand. I set up my laptop on one of those chairs, ordered myself a margarita at 10 in the morning, and waited for the first Zoom call of the week. When I logged in, my camera was on, and the beach was in full view behind me. Greg actually froze mid-sentence when he saw me. "Are you on the beach right now?" "Yep," I said. "You told me to work during my vacation, so here I am working." The whole team laughed. Greg went red. He mumbled something about professionalism, but couldn't really argue because technically I was doing exactly what he asked. The rest of the week, I leaned all the way in. One day, I took a call from a hammock. Another day, I logged into a client meeting from the pool with sunglasses on. My favorite was when I joined a status update from a tiki bar, pina colada in hand. The bartender even leaned into frame and waved at the camera. The client thought it was hilarious. One even said, "Wait, your company make you work while you're on vacation? That's insane." And you could see Greg die inside a little bit more every time. By midweek, he stopped turning on his camera when I joined. I think he realized he looks ridiculous, trying to enforce vacation work, while I was literally surrounded by palm trees. When I came back, I had a meeting request from HR. They asked me to explain what happened. I showed them the emails where Greg told me to stay available during PTO, and they weren't impressed. They confirmed I had done nothing wrong. And from that, what I heard later, Greg got a formal warning. So, in the end, I got exactly what I wanted. A full week at the beach, all while making my boss look like a fool. Honestly, logging into Zoom with a cocktail in hand and watching him going red every time I did it was the highlight of the whole trip. So yeah, my boss wanted me to work during vacation. Now HR's on his case, and I got tongues of margarita